A memory is what we use for live worship or live production. It makes it a lot easier than having to go in and edit each setting manually. It's a way that we can save the stage lights to a specific scene, so that way we can pull it up and it becomes a lot easier to program and to use for a live situation. So like I discussed earlier, internal A is for the stage lights, and parameter 1 is for the LEDs, the devices. A memory, what that does is we can program, we can turn on whichever stage lights we need at whatever intensity we want, and we can set the LED lights to be whatever color we want, whatever setting we want those to be, and then we can save it as a memory. That way we don't have to go back in and do that all over again. I will demonstrate what I mean by that. So say we're setting up for the first worship song on a Sunday morning. What we're going to do is turn on these stage lights. Numbers 1 through 4, 5, 6, and 7. Since there won't be a baptism in the first song, we don't need number 5 for the stage or for the floor. So then we get this. And then say that the slide that we're using has a little bit of red and a little bit of green in it. So we'll come over to the parameter, and now that we are no longer in internal A, we can turn these off and it won't change anything. So as you can see, these stage lights are still on, even though I pulled those sliders down, because I'm no longer in internal A. If I was to come in here and turn these off, now half of the stage is off. But I can pull these up, I can set them at whatever intensity I need, and then once I'm in a whole new category over here, it no longer affects and I can turn these off. So now this gives me a fresh start with the LED lights. So again, let's say we have a green and a red slide for this first worship song. I want to select the devices that I need. Let's turn them all off. Let's just do numbers 1 and 5. So let's pull up the intensity and we'll make this first one a green. So there's a good green color, and then let's just make these center. Let's turn those on and turn the 2 outside off, and let's make the center, let's do those red, and make sure we bring up the intensity. So now you can see what I have here. And it's a little bright for the camera, so that's kind of what it would look like. So the platforms are green and the diamonds are now red. So now I have this set up. It matches perfectly with the slide, and now I want to save it. In order to save it, you have to come over to these settings over here on this side of the board. And here we have, as soon as it focuses, you can kind of tell we have a record all button. Now this button basically records everything that we have. So right now we have these stage lights, the color LED lights, everything is turned on. I have it exactly the way I want it. And if I want to record it, I record all. The next one is record select. That just records the specific lights that you have selected right now. Normally you don't want to do that. If you want to record everything, you hit record all. And so once you hit that, it'll turn red, and now all of these lights here will start blinking. They will blink a red color for whichever spots are open. So for example, these are blinking numbers 1 through 9 are a bright red. That means those are open. There's nothing saved there. I can put this new scene on whichever one of these sliders, or 11 and 12, but as you see, these are blinking very dimly, and that's because I already have something saved there and I don't want to override it. So for this example, I'll just put it under slider 1. Once I do that, it stops blinking, and now as you can tell, I'm back at the parameters page. To view the memory that I just created, you'll want to clear. This button right here, it's always lit up. It says clear.